I've always been an entrepreneur at heart.
Freelancing is becoming usual.
That's why we are here today.
Definitely, it was like tough year.
But freelancers still have a hard time.
What grew you inside?
Or maybe it was a way of making more money, which was great in terms of marketing. You put her first, and she can attract people with her kindness. I was getting a lot of proposals after that,
You were skeptical a bit.
but I think I was already hooked.
We are working really well.
Learn about what you want to build, and kudos to her.
Welcome on our interview, Stevens. It's glad to meet with you and talk about Feedcoyote's success and about your journey as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer before, and as a human. So just for all who are watching, I would like to have welcome today Stevens Bonhomme, founder and CEO at Feedcoyote. And my name is Volo. I am founder and CEO at CodeLions. It's an outsourcing company. And also I became a co-founder and technical advisor and CTO at Feedcoyote recently. So Stevens, could you please introduce yourself? What are you doing? And for whom it would be necessary, for whom it would be like useful?
Yeah, thank you very much, Volo, for inviting me to this talk. It's always nice to talk about what you're building and who you're building it for, and also what are the things that you're expecting to change. My name is Stevens. I'm the founder and CEO at Feedcoyote. Feedcoyote is a collaboration network platform with built-in productivity tools that empower freelance business. So basically, we provide a space where freelancers can connect, collaborate on multiple projects, and make more money together while being more productive.
What do you think now is the right time to build this Feedcoyote platform?
Yeah, I think right now is the right time to build a collaboration network platform for freelancers because of how the market is going. Right now, the freelance economy is booming. There are a lot of factors such as the pandemic, the great resignations, and recently the mass layoffs, primarily in tech, that is fostering all that. And even when we look at the statistics, this industry is booming. And if we consider primarily the US, where last year alone, 70 million or more than 70 million Americans performed freelance work, which ended up contributing to $1.3 trillion to the US economy. So that says a lot about how the industry is booming. But not only that for statistics, but also personally, as a freelancer, I've encountered some struggles in that field. So I wanted to build a platform that I can use myself as a freelancer and by extension, help other freelancers be more productive.
Yeah, that's really awesome idea. And I agree with you that right now it's like freelancing is becoming usual even more after pandemic. So probably, the most interesting part is how do you came up to this idea, and why Feedcoyote? Why is that name? What does it mean?
This is a very interesting story, how the name Feedcoyote came about, but the meaning behind it is basically streamlining information, streamlining data to improve productivity. So that's how I decided to look at the name to make it like, and coyote is a pretty cool animal, fearful, and really, and the feed is like the stream of data, basically. So Feedcoyote, at the very core, what we do is we streamline data to help freelancers be more productive. It's a platform that I think that's going to do very great in the world, primarily in the world of freelancers, because we came up with a novel way of doing things by integrating, project management tools with curated network to allow freelancers to feel like they are part of a community and they have that support system that they need so that they can go out there, do what they like, which is build great things for books, build great things for themselves and their businesses without having to worry about the back and forth of, management things that they need to take care of. We remove that barrier for them so that they can feel more at ease to do what they love.
Yeah. I'm actually feeling that problem because being as a freelancer for over 8 years, I've been inspired about what I'm doing, and I think that other freelancers, regardless the kind of direction or focus they are doing or services they are doing, they are also inspired by doing great services with and outsource or automate those stuff which are boring, like invoicing, proposals, legal stuff, etc., etc.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
And yeah, this is what we thought of when we came up with the idea of building Feedcoyote, is removing all those tedious tasks for freelancers and allowing them to be at ease to do what they love. So at Feedcoyote platform, we take care of the end-to-end deal flow, from contract signing, project management, centralized communication to payment processing, everything in one place, so that freelancers and solopreneurs and independent contractors can feel that they have an entire suite of CRM that they can use and just focus on actually delivering their work to their own clients.
Just for those who are freelancing and watching this video, how do you think Feedcoyote is helping freelancers to benefit from their job, to let's say get some more time to focus on some important things? And what does it cost? Like, what is the pricing model?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, although the freelance economy is booming, but freelancers still have a hard time, finding the right collaborators or clients to scale their business or take on more projects due to lack of bandwidth or, complementary skills to complete a package deal on time. So with Feedcoyote, we use the power of AI, primarily our matching capabilities, to help freelancers find the right collaborators so that they can supplement that complementary skills that they need to complete their package deal. And we make it very easy for them to have all the tools that they need in one place so that they can collaborate with other freelancers. And then our pricing model is very simple and affordable. We provide a freemium version with paid membership and a very low transaction fee per transaction that you could remove if you decide to enter our premium memberships.
And how does it cost? I mean, how much it costs for freelancer to just get out of these boring tasks?
Yeah, I mean, right now our pricing is very low for just $8.99 a month. A freelancer can have access to our entire suite of CRM as well as an integrated and curated network of other freelancers to help them on their journey.
Mm-hmm. All right. And getting back to the start of your journey, have you been using other platforms before as a freelancer? What was not good? What was good there? And how did you inspire about that?
Yeah. I mean, I tried a number of platforms before, and for some reason, they always had a problem, whether it was the user journey was too difficult to use, or it was the tools that I was looking for were not part of that platform. So eventually it became something that was supposed to make it more efficient for me to work. It became much more work for me to do because I don't have that set of tools that I'm looking for to do my job easier. So that's where the idea of Feedcoyote came about, to build a platform that is essential for freelancers and that really at the very core is solving the problem of freelancers, which is giving them back time to primarily focus on doing what they love.
That's really great. I think that's gonna be a really powerful and worldwide tool for most of freelancers. And what are your competitors in Feedcoyote? How are you gonna deal with them and get more users on board? And what's current statistics over there in Feedcoyote?
Yeah, I mean, we have a few other networks that are sort of matching entrepreneurs, but they are lacking that component of management, which is included in Feedcoyote. So without really naming names, I mean, I could say when I check their platforms, even if a user were to use that platform, they would still have the problem of having to go around to use different platforms for each set of tasks. We removed that problem with Feedcoyote. We provide an entire suite of CRM. And then our competitors don't have that at the moment. They primarily focus on the matching capability of their network. And with our platform, we give that network with the matching capability as well as the management tools.
Yeah, I would like to also, get back to your own story as a human and and you are a serial entrepreneur. You got previous startups. So could you give a bit of background about your story, where it started from? Why are you inspiring to do those new startups trying?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart because for some reason, even growing up, I've always, gotten into building things one way or another. So, but now I'm building things at the greater scale so that I can impact more people faster in the world. But I've built previous, products. One of the products that I built before was a radius-based app for consumer good rental. That was the previous or the last product that I built, and currently I'm working on Feedcoyote, which is being taken to another level. So I mean, I think it's the idea of wanting to help people. It's wanting to make things easier on people by using my expertise of building things or building tools to make whatever they are trying to do even easier for them. In this case, freelancers. Using my personal experience, using my struggles as a freelancer for building a tool that's gonna not only make it easier for me as a freelancer, but by extension, helping other freelancers as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's really great. And you came through different difficulties, right, throughout, especially this startup and before. So just to understand, you are like trying and going through all of this. What are your story? I know your story. It's really interesting. So, but it would be nice for all of those freelancers which are looking at this video. It would be nice to to share a bit. Yeah, why you are doing that and what was story about?
Yeah, I mean, as mentioned earlier, is the desire to build things to make it easier for myself, and by extension for other people in the same field working and having the same struggles that I've experienced. It's been tough. It's been tough from different aspects. It's been tough with fundraising. It's been tough with putting a team together. It's been tough with establishing culture. It's been tough in terms of building a company. But although it's been tough, it's been a thrilling experience because I've learned so much during this time. I've learned about, everything basically from, filing taxes for the company to putting a team together in different time zones to working with investors, pitching, going to pitch competition for startups and fundraising, and even getting into one of the top startup accelerators in the world, which is Techstars, that Feedcoyote is part of now. This has been quite a journey, and I think this is very interesting for me as a founder, a CEO, to go through this process because that's helping me become a better CEO. That's giving me the opportunity to learn how to work more efficiently with other people, how to put structure and processes in place to build a company that's gonna last and really provide great value to the world.
You got all those insights and conclusions to make the Feedcoyote successful. But I would like to dive a bit into the previous startup. What do you think was not good there or was good there, and how is it going right now? By the way, how is it called? What do you say?
Yeah, the previous startup was Bellbizzer.
Yep,
that was the name of it. I mean, I think it was, me getting started, getting my feet cold, basically, getting in the water, trying to understand the startup world. There was a lot of things that I didn't know back then, and I took that as learning opportunity because that made me, a better CEO than I am today, because I wouldn't call it a failure, more of like a learning opportunity, really, because the mistakes that I made, I learned from them. And also with this current startup, as you know, I've been very cautious and, taking my time on things and putting the right processes and structures together because of that previous startup that didn't go as far as wanted it to go. But luckily, that experience made Feedcoyote what it is today. That's how we got into Techstars, and that's how we are developing a great product to help freelancers be more productive.
I want to also ask, as a technical myself and business-wise, What was the development process over there for the Bellwether, and what do you think was the most powerful insight after that? Working with other with some vendor, by the way, who were they? And
Previously, I think one of the reasons that Bellwether didn't really go as far as I wanted to be is probably the structures and processes weren't in place in terms of how to develop and what are the milestones, the sprints, the organization basically of the technical development of the product. So that was not in place. And because of that, we've made a lot of mistakes. And that's why I trying to rectify that with Feedcoyote, having a better structure in terms of milestone and sprints to make sure that we deliver on time, to make sure that we deliver what we said we were going to deliver. Primarily I would say it was the structure, and also because I was just getting started, working with different people from different time zones, and the expectations that were there were not really probably set up the right way. So it was probably not the right organization to say for a startup. But again, a lot of startup fails, but at the same time, it's a great opportunity to learn in case you want to bounce back into your next startup.
Yeah, and here and now, you were not diving into the technology side of it, right? But having the Bellwether case and Feedcoyote's case, what would you recommend to non-technical founders? What are your insights? What is probably the right process, the right organization of it?
I would say learn about what you want to build. Learn. I don't know if a founder will always know what is the right way to do things, but at least you can always learn as you go. Learn quickly, make mistake quickly, and iterate quickly so you can bounce back and get back to work and fix the things that you're supposed to fix, because it's a learning process, really. I didn't get up one day and know everything about how to build a startup. I had to, go through a first startup, it didn't work out, and then build the second startup. And then as a non-technical founder, the advice would be really to pair up with technical team or a technical founder that can guide you with your business ideas and help you understand what are the technologies that are needed, what are the current technologies that we should use so that you can scale the system, and all that. Really, pretty much having the right guidance and having the right advisor that can complement you for the side that you're lacking, so that you can take care of the business side and understand how the product works and understand when it comes to a user perspective, how you're going to deliver to them.
Actually about the current Bellwether processes of development, could you describe what was the main problem there?
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. It was communication. It was not having the right structure in place. Things that I didn't know about before was, establishing milestone, establishing sprints. Keeping track of them, iterate quickly, fix things and stuff like that. So we didn't have that. We were just building on the go and just build to build without the right structure to build. So I think that's one of the things that I was lacking in the previous startup, which I currently have right now, which makes it even easier to build this current startup and deliver faster. Yet we still have to learn and, iterate and make mistakes, but it's not as big as it was previously.
And what do you think was changed since then about your vision on how process should be?
Yeah, I think what's changed is my perception of how to be more organized. So taking that experience with my current startup or the next after the last one, I wanted to make sure that with my new team, whenever I established that, we have a strong structure in place, and there was a clear channel of communication to know what are we building, where do we stand, and how do we get there. So I think that's what's changed. From starting with me personally, I became more communicative on what I want. And also I found a team that also understood what I want and deliver on what I want, which made it easier to establish those processes. So yeah, it's basically learning from how to properly communicate your need for the product or for the business to the development team and then get it executed.
By the way, Feedcoyote is part of Techstars Atlanta Powered by JP Morgan. What do you think are the success factors of Feedcoyote? What are the top 3 reasons that Feedcoyote came through the selection? As far as I understand, it was like 24 startups from over 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Applicants. What are you looking for within this accelerator program?
Yeah, I mean, Techstars is one of the top 2 accelerators in the world, and I feel very privileged and honored to be part of them, or to be part of this community, to have my startup be chosen to be part of this cohort, which is Techstars Atlanta Powered by JP Morgan.
Yeah.
I think this time I had a better product, and the product is needed because the market is asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, I think when they look at the application is the team aspect of it as well played a big role. And also we were able to deliver an early version of the platform that showed some sign of traction. In the vertical also that they were looking for, luckily, Feedcoyote was part of that vertical. I think it's a combination of different factors, but eventually which made us like get into it, which I'm very proud and happy about, because we can use that community to learn and also to connect with other awesome founders out there so that we can learn even more and build a better company.
Yeah, definitely. And what are your expectations from this 4 months accelerator program?
I mean, I'm very excited to learning about how to build a startup properly, because Techstars is basically a startup school. You know, I'm going to school to learn how to build a startup. So I'm going in with, open-minded and learn as much as I can, and make sure that I apply all the advices and everything that I learned during those months, so that I can take that learning and make sure that my startup is successful moving forward.
Yeah, that's really great, and I wish Feedcoyote great success within this 4 months and further pitches. Could you go through, like, iterate through your journey of starting Feedcoyote? What was the selection process of the vendor? What was the idea preparation process? And when have you started? And when you just realized that you are good at product, right? To be applicable for the accelerator.
Yeah, I mean, when I was starting Feedcoyote, I wanted to do things differently this time because I had to learn my lesson from my previous startup. And so I wanted to work with a team that would be communicative, that would explain to me, this is what we're building, this is how we can build it, this is how much it's going to cost. Like, basically be upfront and honest about the delivery of the product, and also the willingness to be proactive. So that's one thing that I was looking for, a team that will not always tell me yes, but that will allow me or help me find the best solution for the platform. Not just a team that is considering themselves as just part of a project, but a team that's considering themselves a part of a company that they want to see succeed as well. That was one of the things that I really liked when I was looking for a team. So, and finding that team I think it was right on time, and we were able to do great things, and we're still doing great things. And because of that, now we are part of Techstars with a beautiful product.
This is like amazing experience on the selection process, because of a lot of startup founders are lacking technical knowledges. They are not sure whether to get some CTO on board or not, how to build that team, technical side of it. And it's kind of interesting from your point of view. What are the key important things or characteristics, features are like major for the success of the startup, of at least for the development of it?
You need to have a team that understands the assignment, a team that can deliver technically, not just say they can deliver and they cannot code, but you need a team that actually has the technical expertise to code and deliver the product properly. You need a team that will share the same vision as you, that understand what you're building, and a team that is passionate about building the product with you, and not just considering themselves as outliers or outsiders, but more of like being part of an organization where they are using their skill sets to help build something great.
Just going through your start of this journey of selecting the right vendor, let's say, right, while you are focusing on marketing, on acceleration, on investments, and all kind of stuff. How many vendors you actually been interviewing? What was good, what was not?
To be honest, quite a few. Like by this time, I even lost count of numbers because I've received a lot of emails like from Crunchbase because the guy is on Crunchbase.
Yep.
Whenever I update something on Crunchbase, I receive a lot of emails from vendors. I receive a lot of messages from them on LinkedIn as well. Really, I mean, there's a lot of promises out there, but it's really hard to find the right partner to deliver on them. So I'm lucky enough that I found one, but it was quite a tough process to talk to different folks, get different quotes, and see what they can deliver and compare them, and then finally make a decision. I mean, you need to know what you're looking for, and you need to see if those partners that you're talking to can deliver on what you want based on the quotes that they're giving you, based on the descriptions that they're giving you. And very few of them were able to give me a clear description of how they can deliver. So that's why I think things didn't work out with them, because they were not clear on what they could deliver. I guess they just wanted to have the project, not understanding the necessity to have a team that will be in it for the long term, not just finish a quick project and be gone. Even you working on a short project, it should feel like that the team that's working on it is in it because they're sharing the same vision and not just for the quick bucks. And because otherwise they will build a whatever product and then you're going to fail. And if you fail, by extension, they fail as well because they didn't deliver on what they promised to deliver on, you know? So it's best that they make sure that you succeed, because there is more partnerships coming along if you succeed, you know, which I think is something that some of the partners or vendors are lacking, because they consider those projects as short-term just for the quick bucks, and not realizing that if this partner succeeds, there is a turnaround of more business for me, there is recommendations from me, and there is so many things that could happen right if I do it right by them.
You selected CodeLions, and I remember that first time we met, it was like super interesting for me that you said, okay, I need everything for these three competitors, and I will add something on top. Could you estimate that? And summarizing everything back then, what would you do differently on the very beginning, right? And what was your opinion about that after getting a few estimations, a few proposals from different vendors?
I mean, yeah, I got a few proposals from different vendors or partners. And some of them were lacking certain things. You know, some of them were not providing some aspect of the platform, or I don't know, maybe it was a way of making more money because they're giving you like just a little bit of it so you can keep like coming back, not the full vision. So being able to compare each vendor with each other allowed me to have a better understanding of what was missing. And I'm very grateful that you were able to really look into those vendors as well and tell me upfront, hey, they're missing this or they're missing that, and this is how it should be done. And then providing me a proper quote and the proper guidance. I think that's one of the things that that really caught my attention in the early days. That's why I think I decided to work with CodeLions, because you guys were upfront and communicated and honest about it. So that's something that is very important to me when I work with a partner. So I think that's why we went into a great collaboration, and even years now, I can say years now that we're still working together, you know?
Definitely, it was like tough year. I think that there always should be some trust between the vendor and client. So from the very beginning, you were skeptical a bit, and even though we proposed let's go to the discovery phase, prepare the requirements, probably not everything you need from those three competitors. You could need some core features, right, like a few of them, and then we will shrink this estimation. We will get it really focused, really more detailed than we were giving you there. So what do you think was the icebreaker between you and the team, you and the vendor, especially CodeLions, having bad experience in the past, it's actually making you not sure about the next selection of the vendor. And what was like the key points that made you confident that it's going to work out?
I mean, in the early days, even when we started with the discovery phase, it was the way that it was approached by Elena, you know? And kudos to her. I think it's because of her that we're here today, because she was really knowledgeable about what she was talking about.
Yeah.
And she was really thorough and understanding. And she was nice. She was a very kind person, which was very nice to see, you know? So she would take her time to explain what we're working on. And she will also deliver at the time that she said that she would, which is very important, you know? So keeping your words. When you say you would deliver in a week, you do it in a week. So all these things, I think, really made it possible for us to really continue with the project, because Olena started off pretty strong and really great. And I think I've heard other people also say a lot of great things about her. Because of her, they decided to move forward with the project. I think from there, I think that was a pretty great marketing stunt, because you put her first and she could attract people with her kindness and her knowledge, which was great in terms of marketing. So I think, in summaries, if I would say, like, it's the knowledge about the process, is the honesty about it, is the deliverables that were done on time, and all that. All these things made me feel more confident to continue working with you guys.
You were able to send that to many different vendors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we as at CodeLions, you've done estimation upfront and proposal upfront. Yeah. So what was there under the hood? What was happening afterwards? Were you getting a lot of other proposals? Were they better?
I was getting a lot of proposals after that, but I think I was already hooked with Elena's ability to do great work. I think at that point, I just stopped all communication. I didn't really need to continue. I just continued working with you guys.
Could you briefly describe what was the process after this step? What was the development process? What could be improved? What was working and is working well?
I think the way you guys organize the structure of the process is really good. We start with the discovery phase about the idea to see what are the competitors are doing, what is the market telling us.
Yep.
And then from there, decide on the set of features that's going to be competitive for your product, so that you can compete with the competitors out there. And then after that, moving to design and then moving to development. I think the step-by-step, starting from zero to wherever you want to get, I think it's a very great process, really. And that's going to help a lot of sort of founders, because you might think you want to work on an idea, but when you do the market analysis and you look at the competitors, you end up changing it a little bit, so you can compete or adapt. So I think we flipped Feedcoyote a little bit during the process, but we ended up getting to a point where we're now providing great value. Discovery phase was very important, and I think that's very well organized by the team.
What do you think your team at Feedcoyote is special right now that it will bring even more success to the Feedcoyote as a startup, make it global with new accelerators, help or VCs?
I think it's the guidance, really. The guidance in terms of the tech development of what's needed, how fast we can build it, what's the right action to take, or what is the best action to take so that the product could be valuable to our customers. So having that expertise from you guys was very valuable to me, because that allowed me to have a better roadmap in terms of where I stand. And when I talk to investors or I talk to customers about when the product is coming up. So I think having that clear roadmap in front of me was very valuable to me from you guys.
What I noticed, there is a big trust between us already while we started. So we started development early January back in 2022. This is also the question: how was the development going for you? And you know that the next month there was some circumstances, and the time of divorce started. What was your feeling over there, and what happened?
Yeah, I mean, we studied pretty well, but unfortunately there were certain circumstances. It was worrisome because at first I was worried for you guys as human first because regardless, I wanted you guys to be safe, but at some point also I wondered like if we were or if we would continue the product because understandably there was something going on, but you guys came through, which was very surprising and very admirable, and I really appreciate that, and even delivered faster than predicted, even while going through a tough time. So I think this also established more trust between us because I realized that you were invested in delivering as promised. So again, that ties back to the honesty and finding the right partner. So I think I want to say thank you for that because I really appreciate working with you guys, and although things were tough for a certain time, but you guys delivered, and I think I'm glad to have you as a team.
Yeah, we're also glad to have Feedcoyote as our client, and right now I'm being here with you, helping with the Techstars. So probably this is also some kind of special trust between us.
Yeah,
because we're supporting each other, not only on words.
Yeah, I mean, not only delivering the product on time, but also becoming an integrated part of Feedcoyote because now you're the CTO of Feedcoyote and you're here with me at Techstars. So that's a big trust, as you mentioned. So that shows that we had a great working relationship, and we still do. And then we are set to do great things together. So I think it all started from the first call with the discovery call and the way that things were handled throughout the months, which the trust was built upon. So I think I'm lucky to have you guys as a team, and I'm very glad that we are on this journey together.
Great. And I remember that the delivery was faster than predicted. So except of pitch deck you got on the preparation phase, you also already got some first signups after 4 months of delivery, and we conducted some additional transferring web to mobile. So what was your feeling about that?
I was very surprised because, we built a pretty great web app, but we want to have a greater reach. That's why we are transforming it into a mobile app so we can have more customers. So you guys were able to deliver that very fast. So that was very impressive. And I think to be able to do that, it's to know your craft, to have the expertise and know what's the right technology to use. So I think that's one thing that I'm proud of because you guys know what you're doing, so I can rely on you to take care of the tech development.
Yep.
While I take care of the business side of things. So yeah, it goes back to the trust that we have within the team.
Summarizing this part of the interview, just for those who are listening and would like to start up with the right technical advisor and technical team, technical partner, what are the top 3 key features you would like to emphasize into the right technical partner for you?
Find somebody who will treat your project as their own would be definitely one, because if they do, then they will make sure to build a great thing, because you would not want to build something that's bad for yourself. So if you find a partner that treats your project as their own, they will go the extra length to make sure that it's great. Make sure that you have a partner with whom you have trust, because trust is very important in partnerships. And also make sure that there is clear communication and what's expected and the deliverables and what can be done and what it should be done. I think these top 3 for now would be a great start if you would like to launch your startup with the right partner.
Yeah, that's totally great advice. And last question. Right now, Feedcoyote is a part of Techstars, but you've been also getting another accelerators, investors on board throughout that last year, which was at the same point tough, but was pretty successful in terms of experience and speed we got so far. What are your KPIs as a founder, as a visionary for the Feedcoyote within the recent half a year? And the next years, where are you going with Feedcoyote, and who are those accelerators and investors?
We launched our web app last summer, and since then we've had great traction and user acquisition and early stage revenue. We've been growing at a rate of 50% month over month and user growth, which has been awesome for us. Right now, we are launching our mobile app globally pretty soon so that we can help the 1.2 billion freelancers globally. Really, we have a lot of things in store for us. We're launching our mobile app. We are forming strategic partnerships. We're expanding our categories. Really, our goal in the next, not even just next year, in the next 5 years is to at least connect at least 10 million freelancers globally and help them collaborate on multiple projects, help them be more productive and make more money faster. And we are currently backed by leading investors in organizations such as Techstars, Keyhorse Capital, Sprocket Innovation, and Codify. And we hope to onboard more investors as we move forward, as we show that what we're building is valuable for freelancers in the world, and build a great company that is going to change people's lives and help people make more money, be more productive, and really bring something positive into their lives.
And I'm so excited to actually come to that point where we get more than 10 million users. And it's really helpful. And it was in the trends, right? So like a visionary, you see that trend that loneliness is not a trend anymore, and working offline is also disappearing.
At Feedcoyote, our mission is to help take loneliness out of freelance work. That's why we're building great technologies to do that, and we are just getting started because we have a lot of great things in store. And whomever is watching, if you're a freelancer, I would recommend that you go on feedcoyote.com and sign up for free. Join this community, use our tools, be more productive, and really let us help you build your freelance business faster. And let us be that support system that you need to make your company a great success story.
Yeah, we definitely will add Feedcoyote's links and referrals to the comments. And so I would like to emphasize that every freelancer could try it out. There are like great features like subcontracting, AI matching, network which is open, and freemium which let you come with and into the platform and understand what's going on. Meet new partners, meet new investors, and just collaborate. So thank you, Stevens, for this interview. It was really a pleasure, and I wish you good success and good luck with your startup. And
thank you very much. It was nice being here.
Yeah.